been deliberately quiet. Yeah, as quiet as I can possibly be since I came out of my holiday, the retreat that I had looked forward to for a while. I would have preferred that it wasn't in a prison, but it pleases God. And I'm thankful to God for the time spent in prison, you know. So I have acquired a new title. I was going to say Senior 11 of Nigeria, SEN. Until a dear friend of mine, divinely inspired, showed me that, no, how can you call yourself 11? Nobody convicted you. I said, but I went to prison. He said, no, you went to prison, but you are not imprisoned. So you are not 11. So he suggested to me, why not call yourself Senior Accused of Nigeria? You know? So now I'm an SAN. When next you see me, or you are writing my name, please be mindful of the fact that I, formerly known simply as Dele Farotimi, occasional madman, previously 11, you can now call me graciously Dele Farotimi, SAN, Senior Accused of Nigeria. So welcome to this morning's show. I retired from the practice of law when I turned 50. My next birthday, I'll be 57. I'm no longer a young man. I practiced that law conscientiously for at least 2 decades. I am a lawyer, not just because I was trained as one, but because I am by nature one. I'm a Yoruba man. In my culture, it says, Ejola Ako, Baba Enikan Ki Koja. I am not a fool. When the magistrate spoke, the learned magistrate was very specific in the order that he gave. And even though I did not believe at the time, and I still do not believe that there was any need for that order to have been made, what he said was clear. I may not speak to the press or even to you about the case pending in his court. That was the extent of his order. I am a lawyer. The matter is sub judice, and I certainly cannot, whether he had made the order or not, I wouldn't have spoken to the case in the court. And I certainly do not intend to. There is absolutely no need to speak to any of the cases before the court. They are irrelevant to the future. And me and you, we need to focus on the future. So let us be clear. Assuming that the magistrate had made any such order, I would have been under a duty as a human being, even if I may not be a citizen, to disobey that order. But I thank God that the magistrate, erudite magistrate, intelligent and very, 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 very fair, firm and just, gave only one order, the only order he could have given in the circumstances. I may not speak to the case before his court, and I do not have any such intention. So anyone who has misconstrued that order to suggest that I am somehow gagged by somebody, there is no such law by which any magistrate or judge may gag me as a human being, even if I may not be a citizen, as long as I am not a slave. And if I have become a slave in the Nigerian state, it will be interesting to watch such an order come from any court, presuming or purporting to be a court of law. No such order was given. So enough said on that one. I have deliberately kept quiet before today, largely because you left me spellbound. I've been humbled. I'm not a man easily given to humility, but you have humbled me by what you have done before, particularly after my abduction. And I use the word deliberately. I was never arrested. I was abducted. We will talk about that at some other point. But let's be clear. Nobody silences the bell. I may not be silenced. I've merely started talking. So let's go to today's issue. You will remember that for a long time, I have argued that the Nigerian is not a citizen. I even went as far as to have labeled myself for years as the patriot of an unborn nation. And then I believe on my Twitter feed, you find me labeling myself a victim of Nigeria. And I have multiple times spoken to the victimhood of the Nigerian people. I have lamented for years that what truly assails the Nigerian is the complete absence of the rule of law in our country, and how this has left all of us defenseless and as praise in what has become a country of pain. I have spoken to you about this for years, I spoke to you about it, that we are all victims, that we have all become as victims in the country that we have managed to build. I told you how we were all running away. I told you how we were all running away from Nigeria because we have built an intolerable country unfit for human habitation. I have called it the evil empire. I have called it the evil empire. I've spoken to the fact that because of what we have all collectively tolerated, we have lost our country and we have become as slaves in the country that we have all built. And we are all to blame. Because the idiots standing behind pulpits, as I'm speaking with you, preaching injustice and lies to the people and helping them to normalize the madness that has overtaken all of us. I said this for years. So I am just as much a victim as each and every one of you. These are the first tears I have shed since my friend Ogunlanu died. I'm not given to tears, and I'm sorry. See, back to the issue. We all built this. We made this mess together, and it will take all of us to resolve the mess that we have made. It will take all of us. Without all of us functioning as one, the way you found the grace to function as one in the last month, you all acted as one. It wasn't about being Christian, being Muslim. They divided us along too many lines. Damn! We stopped being human because we became Nigerians. They divided us and we fell for it. Because you wouldn't see me as a Yoruba man, you spoke for me. Because you wouldn't see me as a Christian, you spoke for me. Because you spoke. Because you spoke. Because you spoke. Because you spoke, Nigeria couldn't happen to me. Because you spoke. The only reason Nigeria couldn't happen to me is because you spoke. You spoke. That is why Nigeria couldn't happen to me. And yeah, Nigeria couldn't happen to me. Emu, Eki, Bitenro Record. You found your voices. I became you. And in our collective, you couldn't be silenced. And I could not be silenced. First question I need you to ask yourself is this. How many of the people feeling the pains of the Nigerian state in detention or in prison deserve to be where they are? There's multiple people that I met in prison, and I will yet speak to my prison experience. But I assure you, I didn't shed a single tear. I was happy for the free accommodation. I didn't like the food and I didn't have to eat it. So I'm not talking about me in some pity form. I went to prison and I view it as a finishing school. It showed me exactly how ugly our country is.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.